Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucie and I have a small crochet plushie business called BubbleCatCrochet. It has been a while since I last filmed, so this feels a little bit strange. If you can't tell, I have someone to introduce to you. This is a very bad, very sleepy, so he's a little bit bitey, puppy dog. This is our puppy Arthur. He is a Labrador that's supposed to be yellow, but he's like half yellow, half fox red. We got him when he was 8 weeks old, so we've had him a while now. We are starting to settle down, although it doesn't look like it. Good boy, doing Paul. He always thinks that I've got treats, so whenever he sees me, he sits down and starts frantically trying to give me his paw. And he started, well, we went to puppy school for the first time last week, and he's starting his proper puppy classes from next Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to that very, very, very much. But it's been lots of fun to get a puppy. Very, very, very hard work, but really rewarding, and I feel like we're starting to come out of the wild puppy phase. We've had like about a week or two of this is okay, and I know we're going to go straight downhill back into like angry teenage dog phase. So it's his bedtime now, so I'm going to put him to bed and then I will come back and I will show you a couple of things that I've been working on. There we go. Yes, I am sat on the floor because my yarn wall upstairs is an absolute disaster zone. So I thought, you know what, it's my first video back. I'm just going to sit on the floor, get comfy. I can show you Arthur and I can show you probably not everything that's in this bag, but it's pretty big. This is just probably about a quarter of the stuff that I have ready for Penistone Agricultural Show, which is on the 13th of September. Today is Friday the 22nd of August, so not long. Actually thinking about it, that's a little bit scary. That means the show is 3 weeks tomorrow, and I always get like pre-market jitters and nerves, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous now. It's a long day and I've been working super hard to try and make sure I've got loads of plushies, and well, my target was to take double the amount that I took last time, and I'm on track to beat that, which is great. But I have closed my Etsy shop and it has been wonderful. Which sounds really bad. I get the loveliest customers and the nicest comments and messages and stuff all the time, which makes me really happy. But I was starting to feel really burnt out and frazzled, and I know I've talked about this before, so I won't go too much into it, but I think just giving myself permission to say I'm done for now, because I can't market prep and run my Etsy shop, because my Etsy shop is way too busy. Like, just trying to juggle that around my other job is difficult, so trying to do that on market prep, it's just not happening. And I just feel a little bit like, well, a lot like a weight has been lifted. I can make things that I want to make. If I think I want to make 15 sheep, I'll make 15 sheep. I'll just punch the bag. And I've been able to apply for pattern tests, and thankfully I'm very grateful to have been chosen for some. The cat wants to come in now. Hang on. But anyway, as I was saying, I've been lucky enough to be chosen and accepted to do some really cool and fun pattern tests, some really interesting ones that I will show you. And then I think I've got 3 that I'm working on at the moment. I'm just about to start 1, so that's exciting. Looking forward to that. And then I've got 3 more, which is super exciting because it's market prepping and pattern testing at the same time. I'm learning loads. I've learned some new techniques and different ways of doing things that I'd not found out before. Honestly, like, the creativity in this community just blows my mind. But I'm not really sure how I want to proceed with my Etsy shop. I still get a wild number of messages asking for custom cats and horses and rats, and I do miss making them, but I do need to do it in a way that works for me. So what I'm thinking is, after this market, I'm going to list everything that doesn't sell, although touch wood, hopefully lots will sell. Anything that doesn't sell, I'm going to list on my Etsy shop as available to buy now. So if someone buys it, I can ship it. I don't have to worry about making it. And then maybe moving towards more of like a plushie drop kind of model, and just open up a few spots each month for custom rats, horses and cats. Obviously, if things get quieter in the other areas of my life I can open up that more, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment, because I feel like I've got my spark back, I've got my creativeness back, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm going to start by telling you about the pattern test that I am about to start working on. So the first one I spotted was this one. So it is this Moth by Lil Bean Stitches. I already have her cow pattern and it is one of my favourite patterns ever. I still need to make some for the agricultural show because I think they will sell super fast. But when I saw this, I love moose and I was very excited to try this one. That is what I'm going to have on my hook next because I've just finished a pattern test. Then I saw this moth one for Annie Caraway Art, who, if you don't already know, she makes the loaf cat pattern that I have made a ridiculous number of loaf cats now. It's just, yeah, I don't even want to think about how many cats I've made. But when I saw this, I just loved it immediately. Thought the chances of being picked is so slim, but I'm going to apply anyway. And somehow I was lucky enough to get chosen to be a tester. So I'm really looking forward to that. I have ordered a new colour for that actually, and some more fairy yarn, so I can't start that one just yet. That should come tomorrow, although I'll probably end up changing my mind on the colour again by then. And then the final one that I haven't started yet is this Mrs. Claus pattern, and this is for Lillian Fern. She makes some absolutely beautiful patterns. There is a ram snuggler that I love. The horns are just, the way they're done is so intricate and pretty. I love that. There's a peacock snuggler as well that I really want to try, but this comes as part of like a whole family of Christmas people. So obviously you've got Father Christmas, Mr. Claus, you have Mrs. Claus, and then there are a boy and a girl elf. So I am going to hopefully try and make all of those when that pattern comes out. But yeah, I'm making Mrs. Claus for the pattern test, who was my favourite, and that's also what the fluffy yarn is for, so I'm glad that that is coming soon. Bubbles is clearly jealous that Arthur got his time in the spotlight and would like to feature on the channel. Pattern test that I've just finished and works up so much quicker than I was expecting. I was really surprised by how quick these little critters come together. I did only have to make one, but I ended up making 3 just because I wanted to, and because they're for my market, I thought for some of these pattern tests I might make more than one, because then I've got a few of them to have at my market. Stuff seems to sell better if it's not just like a one-off, unless it's something unusual. You can already see what these are. It is this baby otter pattern. I just had to get up again to let the other cat in, and now there's a delivery driver outside who I'm really hoping is not bringing parcels here, because I just want to film and I feel a little bit self-conscious that he stood outside. Anyway, it is these 3 otters, these baby otters. I'll just bring them a bit closer so you can see. Look how cute they are in the little tails. I made these using the Yarn Smith Snug as a Bug. So this one here is Sandy Camel. Can't remember what that one's called, and that is just the brown, is it teddy bear or something? Whatever the colours are, I'll pop them below, because I know that sometimes people ask the colours and I can't always remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I decided to make 3 of them just because I thought they look cuter as like a trio at my market. I can try and make like a cute little display, but I love these. They work up ridiculously fast, although I did make 3 back legs for this chocolate brown one, and I still don't really know why. I've just realised he's still got some little holes there because of where I stuck the Ami sticks when I sewed his head in, so I will fix that in a minute. But this pattern is made by Love Me, and look at them! I still need to take final pictures for these actually as well. But yeah, really like this. You had to do face shaping as well as part of the pattern, which is something that I am not great at. I definitely need to practice on it. So I made this guy, the Sandy Camel one here first, and I think his face is not quite as cute, don't tell him, as the other 2 for sure. But yeah, I think the face shaping on this middle one definitely turned out best, and I really love the colour of this. But I just love them so much. I'm going to put those down because I'll never get anything done. I'll pop all of the links to these designers' Instagrams in the box below, along with the release date for the pattern, because I think one of them's out, 2 of them might be out. Can't remember. I think 2 of them are out and the rest aren't yet, but I'll pop the dates that they come out below as well. What I wanted to say about this lovely little otter is that actually it's really low sew. You start off the body with the tail, and then the arms and legs are crocheted in. So all you have to sew on is the head because the ears are crocheted in as well, which I love. It makes it so much quicker. Oh, he's just so cute. I'm going to have to put it down. I am a Leo. My birthday is on the 6th of August. Let's not talk about how old I am. And I saw the crochet zoologist post a tester call for this zodiac pattern for Leo, this gorgeous lion, and yeah, the colours of hers are stunning. So I'll pop the picture of hers here, and I was thinking about doing like the exact same colours. Part of the requirements for to be a pattern tester were that you would use colours from like an agreed colour scheme, which I really like, because especially for something like a zodiac, she'd mentioned that to keep it like on the theme of being Leo, she would prefer it if everybody used Leo sort of colours, and I love that because being able to see them all at the end, they look so pretty, all being like in the same kind of colour scheme. So I used this. I decided to go for a cream body just for something a little bit different because I know I wanted the darker stars on it, and I thought it would look pretty with the white pupil eyes. I do kind of wish I'd used like a more burnt orange kind of, maybe that sort of colour for the flames, but then again I love it, so anyway, I'm really happy with it. It has this gorgeous like sun tail, and then all these little stars. You can basically add whatever you want to the details on the body. The paws are ridiculous. Look how cute they are, and they have like this little sort of like frill almost over the paw pads, which is just, the first one that I did really threw me, and I was like, what am I not getting here? I undid what I'd done, so I frogged that bit of the paw and then reread the pattern a couple of times, and I thought, right, yeah, I get it now. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So sometimes the thing I really like about pattern tested, it forces me to stop and go back and reread it and just take some time to really immerse myself in it and think. And this one really pushed me. So I'm obviously confident with all the stitches that are in there, but some of the techniques I'd never seen before, and I love that when it's something new. And then afterwards I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's so clever and so unusual. So I'm really looking forward to trying some more of her patterns actually. But yeah, there's so much to talk about on this lion. It has this little flame detail in there, embroidered nose. I went for white pupil safety eyes because I love white pupil safety eyes so much, and never really have that much of an opportunity to use them. Or, well, if I'm making like a custom cat, someone probably doesn't want white pupil eyes. Maybe I'll start offering it, who knows. And it has this gorgeous flame frill around the top. So yeah, surprisingly quick to make actually. It didn't take as long as I thought. I thought it would take me a couple of evenings, but I managed to get this done in one day. So yeah, I would highly recommend this one if you would like a little lion. I really want to make a big one in Snug as a Bug yarn because I think a giant one would look amazing, especially if it had like the faux fur around the edge. And the final pattern test I have finished and here to show you is for Crochet by Kelsey, and it is for these two chunky dinos. So we have one standing dino, as you can see here, and we have one sitting dino that does actually sit, and this one stands without falling over, which is amazing for me because things that I make with the intention of standing up usually just fall over anyway. But he is gorgeous. This is a Snug as a Bug colour, but I'm not sure off the top of my head what colour it is. His little belly. And I went for gold glitter eyes for both of these, so I'll stand him up there. And then this sitting one is in a yarn I've never used before, which is the Banat Blanket Sparkle. So I'm not 100% sure if the sparkles will show on camera. Hopefully they will. But it's like a really pretty mint green, and then I gave them both the white frill. So really love this. Again, these worked up much quicker than I thought. All of these pattern tests did. Either that or I have gone considerably quicker at crocheting. It's about time, if that's what it is, but either way, yeah, really happy with how quick these worked up as well, and I'm already sort of planning like a cute little display for these in my market. Get a lot of requests for dinosaurs actually, so they are a very, very much welcomed, needed, whatever the word is, addition to my stall. I'll just show you very quickly a couple of other things I made recently-ish that have been sort of interesting. When we were on holiday in June, so a while ago, I think before I filmed my last video, I made these two cow snugglers. I do want to make maybe another one or two for the market because agriculture, cows, what goes together better than that? So we have these two. This is the Charlie the Calf pattern by BubbleCatCrochet, and I tried my hand at embroidering some eyes on these cuties. I made this super soft little rainbow loaf cat. This is as snug as a bug. I can't remember what it's called, but again, it's like a rainbowy print one, so I really like that. And we've gone for like violet glitter eyes. What is becoming very apparent is that I'm very much enjoying blanket yarn at the moment, because I have two mermaids that I also made back when I was on holiday. Sadly feels like a very long time ago. We made these two mermaids and they are just beautiful. I love these. I can't remember if the pattern is by, but as always, all of the pattern links will be in the box below for you. I embroidered the eyes on these as well. They don't have mouths in the pattern, but my daughter insisted that they needed mouths, so I'm not thrilled with these, but I don't know. If you have any tips on how I can make the mouths look better, then leave me a comment in the box below. I might take them off for the market, we'll see, but I kind of went for like Elsa Frozen vibes with this one, and I just loved how the pink looked with this one's skin. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the hair and the little curly tendrils around the top. Around the face, not the top. I've been making a lot of chunky chubby birds, so I think I've got 10 of each of these. So first we've got these cute little mallards. I really like this colour. I think this is my favourite, but then this bright green's gorgeous as well, but I thought I'd make 5 of each colour so that people had a choice. We've got a little yellow version, a yellow chick with the darker yellow wings. I do also have 5 of these that are like a darker yellow body, lighter yellow wings as well, just because thought it was cute. And then I decided to make some that were like a little seagull form as well. This is all just the same pattern, which I think is for a mallard. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's by the Cozy Stitch. But I just changed the colour changes to make whatever birds I fancied making. I did change the feet as well, because you're supposed to do the feet like the same as you do the beak, but I just did a bobble stitch because I actually really like how bobble stitches kind of look like birdie clawed feet. Do seagulls have clawed feet or do they have webbed feet? I have no idea. Why can't I remember? I think they have clawed feet. I should really know that. The amount of seagulls I've made, I should probably know that. But anyway, I made these little chubby seagulls, so I'm really hoping that these are a hit. I'm going to make some of the like big XL ones as well, but I need to like warm my wrist up for that, because yeah, I've got a bit of hand cramp from making these, because I tried to tighten my tension when I was making the birds, and I really like how it looks, but yeah, it's giving me a little bit of hand cramp. I think my tension must be pretty tight anyway, so I've just gone back to crocheting merrily away as I was before, and most of the pain is gone, so I've been taking it a little bit easy, sort of. Not really. I've been doing pattern tests and crocheting to my little heart's content, but yeah, it is feeling a little bit better. Oh, I did have one of these in here. There you go, there's the opposite of that one. Hi! This next thing, what a pattern. This is by nerdy_crochet7, I think. It's actually a free pattern on their Instagram, but I bought the PDF because I made one and loved it and thought, this is such a brilliant little pattern and I would really like to support the creator. So I bought the PDF. I do prefer having a PDF rather than trying to find like a note or a screenshot where I've tried to hastily jot down where to find the pattern on someone's page. So it was worth every penny and more. I've made 15 of these so far for my market. But it's this little round sheep or shorb, I think it's called, like a sheep orb. But yeah, it's entirely no-sew. Obsessed with the little hairdo. And I think these are so cute. Made this in blanket yarn. The pattern does call for chenille, but they work up perfectly in blanket yarn with a 6.5mm hook with no adjustments for the feet or anything for me with my tension. So just to know, if you wanted to make it with blanket yarn, you might not need to make too many adjustments depending on your tension. But would highly recommend that, and if you enjoy it, then maybe consider buying it as a free pattern. I don't know the pattern designer, I just think it's really brilliant, and it was definitely worth me paying for it because I've made 15 of them. And then finally, the masterpiece, in my opinion. I'm kidding. I love this. I've wanted to make one of these in this colour for over a year now, which is almost as long as I've wanted to make a Twilight cardigan, but I've kind of given up on that. It is Anchor the Octopus. Hello, handsome. This is in the colour Adobe, and look at him. He's just so majestic and gorgeous. Look how proud, like, his head's standing. He's just, yeah, we're besties, aren't we? So he is going to be the star of the show at Penistone Agricultural Show. I've already got his home, like, sort of prepped in my head. Things I need to do, I need to order a banner. I've designed like a new logo for my table, so I want to do that. I want to get a new tablecloth that's maybe a colour, I'm thinking maybe green, because then stuff would look kind of cute, sat on green like it's grass almost. And I'm thinking I might get some leaves, like a vine kind of thing. I'm doing a lot of this. I'm not really a handsy talker, I don't think, but I appear to be today. To wrap around like the wire cages that I have, so that will look really pretty. I just want it to look special this time and different. I had such a brilliant market in May, and then I think it's been a little bit rocky the past few months. I've not felt amazing. I've not been super happy the past couple of months, which is partly why I took a little bit of a break. Not just for crochet reasons, crochet drama, but just in general. But yeah, we've settled into like a new normal. We've got a happy puppy, and I've got my crochet spark back, so I'm feeling much more like myself. If my hair could stop falling out, that'd be great, but we can't have everything. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, so if you're wondering what's going on with my hair, why it looks super thin, it's just going through its falling out phase that has never been right since I had my daughter. It grows, and then every I'd say every 9 months, it just, yeah, loads of it falls out literally by the handful, so that's great. I think that's where I'm going to leave it today, because I've been talking for 35 minutes, so hopefully you won't see all that. I'm going to chop loads of the rubbish out and probably leave 50% of it in, but it has been wonderful to come back. I had lots of messages, which is very much appreciated, just checking in, see if I'm okay. Yeah, now I'm all good, thank you. So I'm really looking forward to being back, and I will see you hopefully a lot more regularly. I'm going to try and upload every Sunday again as I was before. I think my next video will actually be a crochet tag, like a get to know a bit more about me, because I realised I talk a lot, but maybe there's more about me you want to know. So yeah, I'll do a little crochet tag, but also if you do have any questions and you want me to do like a Q&A kind of thing, then leave your comments below. I would absolutely love that, to do a little bit of a Q&A, see what you want to know, and I will try and answer as many of them as I possibly can. That's going to be it for today's YouTube video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It has been lovely to come back to YouTube and chat to everybody, so please leave me a message in the comments box below. Tell me what you've been working on, what your favourite item is that I have made over the last however long it's been, all the things that I've shown you today. I hope you enjoyed meeting Arthur, and I will see you very soon.